What's up, everybody? This is Why We Love Horror, is the Watchalongs show, and I'm not wearing a hat. That's how we're doing. Not wearing a hat today because it's the 70s. I'm JWMaher. That's Aaron Brooks. How you feeling, Aaron?
Not wearing a hat as well, but not as big of an announcement because I have hair on. The coward's way out. But I love the 70s, and so we're in week 4 of 5 of underseen 70s gems. There's 2 more seen 70s gems, but
those are definitely more popular 70s movies. Maybe Houseu is running the line, but whatever. Yeah. But we'll start. I think this week my movie comes first chronologically, so I'll talk about it. I watched another Sergio Martino giallo movie. I watched The Strange Vice of Mrs. Ward, and now, of course, it's still a fine movie. Lots of good stuff's going on. Edwidge Fenech, can't go wrong with her. Where has she been all my life? I don't know. Yeah. But this chronologically comes first in this movie, so I can't blame this movie. But I've noticed that his movies that come after this recycle a couple of plot points. I'll say that much. But I didn't hold it against this movie. Basically, she, like in most movies, she's just a lady that has a lot of lovers, and things get messy. She always just gets into messes. No, yes. There's no devil cult rape in this movie. There's just a sadomasochist that kind of rapes her, I guess, in this movie. But hey, Sergio Martino had an idea of what he wanted to do with her, and he did it with her like that in every single movie. It ends in our second favorite giallo ending. I won't say what that is, but clearly our first favorite is somebody falls from a great height. Our second favorite is a different way. They die in that way in this movie.
Okay.
All right.
It's not one I've seen yet, but I'll get to it maybe later on in this challenge. I'm not sure, but yeah.
4 stars on The Strange Vice of Mrs. Ward. What did you watch for the challenge this week?
So I went to 1975 Robert Frost, The Devil's Reign, which I didn't know much about, but the cast is absolutely stacked. Ernest Borgnine, William Shatner, Tom Skerritt, John Travolta plays.
I saw the still of Ernest Borgnine in the devil robe, and I was like, "That's cool."
Yeah, and he turns into a goat devil as it shows on the fucking poster there. The tagline for this movie is absolutely the most incredible ending of any motion picture, and I will say that's damn near accurate. The rest of the movie is messy as fuck, though. It doesn't make any sense. It's about a satanic cult leader who's burned alive. Also, one of the heads of the Church of Satan was an advisor on this movie. So I don't know what you want to take out of that, but wild fucking movie with this absolutely stacked cast, incredible practical effects, especially for the last 15 minutes of the movie. Getting there is confusing. It's uneven. It's weird. The ending is 5 stars. The rest of the movie is 2.5 stars. So it's I'm left with a 3.5 on this movie. It's grown on me a little bit since I watched it. I gave it a 3 originally, but honestly, it's a 3.5. The ending is just aces, and I'm shocked the ending isn't completely spoiled for everybody to avoid the rest of the mess to get there. But it's still worth a watch. It's 70s. It's a good 70s satanic horror.
And there's so many satanic movies in the 70s. It is so many.
Yes, 80s get all the satanic panic, but 70s were doing it first.
Hell yeah! Like Race with the Devil, Devil Rides Out, Lisa and the Devil. That was all in the 70s. Exactly. That being said, we're talking about our Letterboxd challenge, the Why We Love Horror Letterboxd challenge here. You can pause and go there. We're in the middle of the second set of prompts, the 70s deep dives. But also on top of that, we also gave each other. Aaron gave me 100 movies, pause, and I gave Aaron 100 movies. And every week we go through our progress on these 100 movie lists. And Aaron, your movies are older, so we'll start with your movies. You're catching up. What'd you watch first?
So I watched 2 movies that I didn't realize were connected going in, but now I know, and I have that trivia question for next time. Started with Tales from the Crypt, directed by Freddie Francis in 1972. Really, really good. I don't know what my favorite of the 5 would be, honestly. Like, I believe it was 5 of them, but like I thought they were all just like really, really solid. They were different tones as well. And like just like I kind of was just hooked from the very beginning with, I believe, the guy trying to kill his sister who got the money, the inheritance. I think that was this one. Maybe I'm getting it confused.
That's Vault of Terror.
Sorry, Vault of Terror. Vault of Terror was the other movie I watched, so I can talk about these together because I rank them the same as well. And I watched them in
Vault of Horror. I'm sorry.
Vault of Horror.
Yeah.
Goddamn. Vault of Horror. I apologize. Doesn't take away. I like both these movies. I watched them in succinct order, so it was essentially one.
As you should.
One movie, and that's how I suggest everybody else watches it. I guess that was one of them that stuck out for me from Vault of Horror was the one that opened with the brother killing the sister for the inheritance. It also is like, if you're familiar with Tales from the Crypt, like these come back eventually, a lot of these to be retold. So it's like always cool to see the origin, and you'll probably notice more of the origins with these or where they've been homaged better than I do, because I feel like you have a better eye for that.
My whole thing with like Tales from the Crypt obviously is great. The one episode of Tales from the Crypt where Larry Drake is the homicidal Santa Claus. The original is in Tales from the Crypt with Joan Collins playing the woman in the house. But what I'll say about not many people talk about the Vault of Horror though. Vault of Horror goes so incredibly hard for a movie in 1973. Like the effects, the way people are killed and the effects in the Vault of Horror is like, it's out of this world. Like I did not expect it the first time I saw it. Like the one you're talking about where the guy goes to kill his sister for the inheritance, turns out she's a vampire. Like that goes hard.
Yes. Yeah. And I'd say I gave them both 4 stars. But I would say I'd prefer Vault of Horror because it goes a little harder.
I agree with all that. I think I gave both of them 4 stars as well. And Vault of Horror is slightly better than Tales from the Crypt. And if you're into that, these two are like the middle of the like Amicus anthologies. You have The House That Dripped Blood, Asylum, From Beyond the Grave. A great marathon to watch with your friends if you like horror anthologies. They're all the same kind of vibe. A lot of familiar faces like Peter Cushing's in them, and Christopher Lee, and Donald Pleasance, and Denholm Elliott. They all show up in this. A great time to be had.
Yeah.
That being said, we'll go on to the movies I watched. First one I watched, I'm getting into the 80s, Nightmare City.
Yes.
This movie, like if it had an ending, it would be fantastic.
It does have an ending.
It has an ending, but it's like, it's kind of like a cop. It's not even a time loop. It's a dream into a time loop cop out ending. But the whole movie goes so fucking hard. Like these are like, they're zombies sort of. They're like irradiated people that act like that get killed like zombies. But just the way this movie scales, and like just the amount of like extras to just be like killed so unceremoniously. Like there's a scene where they just rip this lady's top off and then stab her. I was like, whoa. like, and that's like the whole movie. And this is stuff that's like happening in the background while the actors are in the foreground. And like, I mean, spoilers, pause. It all turns out to be a dream. So you don't know if the whole
movie. It's a nightmare. That's why it's a Nightmare City.
Right.
That's why it's called Nightmare City.
But it goes so hard until that ending. And I was like, oh, like the scene right before he wakes up when like his wife falls off the roller coaster and like hits all the beams on the way down. I was like, holy shit.
Yeah, no. And I don't know. I disagree. I like the ending. The ending to me is not a cop-out at all. And to me, it fully brings home why it's called Nightmare City.
Well, so, you're probably a little higher than me. I'm at 3.5. I imagine you're like at a 4 then.
Yeah, I have it at 4. Yeah. And like I also like, that it's like an anti-radiation movie, basically. It's very really, saying things like an Umberto Lenzi movie tries to.
Yeah. Anyway, and the second movie I watched, one that just has escaped me for a long time. I finally watched Road Games, which is like, it kind of made me realize, like, with the ninth configuration and this, like, why didn't somebody like make Stacy Keach an even bigger star than he was? I mean, he got relegated to like TV after this, but like he's just like, what can't Stacy Keach do? Like, like in this movie, he's basically shouldering 80% of the movie by himself. It's like a series of like monologues. He's playing the guitar, he's playing the harmonica, he's got a dingo. Yeah, Stacy Keach is like is a gem. I wish the movie was a little stronger than just like Stacy Keach showing all of his talents. It's still good. I mean, Jamie Lee Curtis shows up sort of in the movie. Like I heard, the draw to me was like, oh, it's a Jamie Lee Curtis movie I haven't seen. But it's not even that she's barely in it. She's just not in it as much as she is.
Focus, yeah.
Yeah. And I hear a lot of people compare this to Rear Window, and like, I get it, but I'd rather watch Rear Window. Not that I'm shitting on Road Games. To me, it's still solid. I'm at 3.5 on Road Games too.
Yeah, no, this is Rear Window from a trucker's window. And it works.
It's front window.
Yeah, it's front window. It works it's front window. I gave it a 4 again. So I liked both your movies just a little bit more than you did, which is why I suggested them to you. But yeah, Stacy Keach is really great in this movie. The ending is way too clean and kind of bothers me, but it's solid. It's what it's supposed to be, but it's too clean.
The whole scene, like where like he's like chasing the guy and the truck gets stuck. Like what I don't understand is like why he's not like thrown in jail for the rest of his life. The amount of property destruction he causes chasing the killer down, and they're just like, go ahead. Yeah. We're sorry you destroyed half of Perth with your truck. Whatever though.
Right.
Is Perth where he starts? I don't know where he winds up. I don't know Australian geography.
Yeah, sorry.
Call Jake. He'll tell us where he winds up. That being said, that'll do it for this week on the Watchalong show. Join us next week. We do our 5th week out of 5 in these 70s deep dives. And if you made it this far in the video, like, comment, subscribe, and share. Don't forget, our Letterboxd challenge for Why We Love Horror is there. My list is there, and Aaron's list is there. Until next week, I'm John Maher. That's Aaron Brooks. This has been the Why We Love Horror Watchalong show.